All right, The Rip on Netflix. I am giving this burnt popcorn. My expectations was here, and this movie was down there. It did not deliver. Yo, welcome back to the Fresh Popcorn Podcast, where we talk about movies and TV shows and everything in between. It's your boy Juice.
And it's your boy FENiX. So grab your popcorn and let's get talking.
Let's get it. All right, we're coming at y'all today with a movie review of The Rip. The new Netflix special. Yeah, new Netflix special starring. We got the duo back together. We got Matt Damon and Ben Affleck back together again.
It's been a minute since they've been doing something, bro.
Yeah.
So real quick, basically this is about a group of Miami cops that discover a stash of millions of dollars, right? And it goes through basically distrust. And there's outsiders that learn about the stash that want a piece of it. And at that point in time, they got to really figure out who they can trust and who they can't. That's basically it.
Who's the dirty cop here? Is pretty much them trying to figure it out. Who's the dirty cop? And for a long time, I thought it was Matt Damon's character. He was acting shady, man.
He was very secretive, bro.
Yeah.
But he didn't know who he can trust with the information and who he couldn't.
He didn't.
Now,
he didn't.
Let me say this, okay? And this is, of course, a spoiler alert. All right. The beginning sequence of this film made me say, oh, snap, this is about to be great. This is going to be fantastic.
Bro, speaking on that point, I was watching an interview where Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, I think they were on the Joe Rogan podcast or something.
Uh-huh.
They were saying how media, like movies, have to be shot certain ways nowadays, especially movies that are straight to Netflix release. So a Netflix special, they have to be. You have to grab people's attention immediately.
Absolutely.
And then you also have to reiterate the plot 3 or 4 different times, because if somebody's watching this at home on Netflix, more than likely they're watching this with their phone in their hand. They're on their phone, they're texting, they're on Instagram, they're on TikTok. So you have to reiterate the plot over and over, just because 15 minutes into the movie, they're not paying attention. You haven't hooked them. So the way this movie opened, you're hooked from the beginning, right?
100%,
you want to figure out what was the text that was sent, who is it sent to, why they kill her, who killed the captain, right? You're trying to figure out everything. So that hooks you in the beginning. That grabs you, right? You always say, I need a hook. I need something to grab me. When you listen to a new song on a new album that just dropped, I give you 15 seconds. If you didn't grab me, I'm hitting skip, right?
You know, it's crazy when you say that song part, because I know it could be even a producer with they tag you, like, oh, I'm listening to this.
Yeah,
I'm listening to this because of the tag.
That hook. Yep. So that's just the day and age we're in, where everybody's doom scrolling. Everybody has the attention span is just shrinking by the minute. How can we extend that attention span? It has to be a will and a want, right?
Yeah, 100%. And I think those two together is a will and a want. Like, you see those two. Sure. I mean, I think the last time I can remember a good movie from them was The Town, right?
Yeah.
And that's to me, so it's not necessarily a classic, but it's a classic, right? Like, it's not something I'm putting on my favorite list, but it's something that if you ain't seen it, you should see it.
You can depending on how long your list is, you can definitely put The Town on there. I don't think Matt Damon, was he in The Town?
I thought he was.
I don't think he was in The Town.
I think you're thinking of
Jeremy Renner. It was Ben Affleck and Jeremy Renner.
You're right. Look, I just crafted myself. Wait, what did I say here? Hold on.
I think it was Good Will Hunting.
See? And this is Fresh Popcorn.
I think they were in Good Will.
Good Will Hunting, that's what it was. Yeah.
But The Rip, man, like you said, it was a group of Miami cops. They did money laundering, drug bust. And then they went and got it, bro. Who can we trust? He you know what it reminded me of? Remember that episode of Game of Thrones where Tyrion gave everybody that he was trying to figure out who's the snitch. He was trying to figure out he gave everybody each different different kind of wording. That's what Matt Damon did here with, like, he gave everybody a different domination of money. When they called the house and was like, you got 30 minutes to get out of there and take the money or something like that. And
he's like, 150 million, right?
175,000. It was 175,000. That's the number he gave him.
Okay, is it 175,000? 'Cause I know he
Yeah,
gave somebody 300,000, I think it was at one point, and he said 75, then he said 150,000, something like that.
maybe
Yeah,
it was 150. I may be wrong,
yeah,
but yeah. So like he gave them the numbers, and like I was like, that's very Game of Thrones esque. When that's
yeah,
real, when that reminded me of. So,
yeah,
what do
man.
you think about the movie, man?
It I felt like it had some moments where it drug a little bit. I felt that that whole room that was in that house, I didn't understand what it was. I'm thinking maybe they go up there to pray. I mean, because I'm trying to think, I'm thinking millions of different things, right? Like it did, if it was more, let's say mafia, Hispanic, right? I would see more Virgin Marys up
Rosemary's,
there,
yeah.
rosaries, candles. Like I mean, it just was too clean, right? And also for the house to be as dirty as it was or as messy as it was just too clean. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I think it was actually a good watch. There were some scenes that, like for example, the gun scene when they were chasing that guy, the guys that shot up the garage, right? The camera movement made me kind of dizzy. Not gonna lie, I wasn't
So
used to cameras moving like that.
yeah,
So,
the
and I'm
guy that
pretty
they
sure
were
there was a reason why they
chasing,
did it, right?
the guy they were chasing was the one that shot up the garage. The people, the people who were actually in on it were the one that was shooting up the garage. Stephen Young's character, Detective Mike, and then Kyle Chandler, Coach Taylor, Nix. They were the two that shot up the garage.
So the guy they were chasing, who was that?
That was a dude who was part of
The
the
mafia?
yeah, and then they went into that other house and was like, "Hey, we don't got nothing to do with this." Remember he FaceTime like the big jefe?
I remember it was him. It was the same guy. Maybe okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm wrong. I don't know, but I know whatever scene that was when they was chasing him.
Yeah,
Kind of the
they were
camera was just
jumping the
a lot.
fences and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I get realism. I get realism, right? But you got to remember too. At the same time, you have a camera. This is a movie. Let me see what the hell's going on because I feel like it was just too much going on where you couldn't see it. So
I felt this movie had a couple of plot holes, or just I don't think that like just bad writing. So after that shootout scene where they turned the car, so the car was facing land like long ways at the garage, so it gave them cover when they were shooting the garage up.
mhm.
After that shootout scene, they're in a cul-de-sac, remind you, right?
Yeah.
They just walk out the front door.
Hmm.
So they're in the back end of a cul-de-sac with I couldn't even imagine how many lines of sight they had directly on them. And they just after a shootout, two cops walk out front door just like it's nothing. I'm
Uh,
like, bro, what? Like,
let
what are
me
you
add to
doing?
that with that car scene. Then I'm talking about the car that was in the garage real quick.
Yeah,
You would think that car that we uncovering was like gonna be some fire, right? You would think it's gonna be
not in that
some
kind of
just
house.
I know, bro, but like what was the whole they uncovered it like it was like my goodness, like this is an old school. Like the way they uncovered it just was like it was big time, but it was just a
Little,
bucket.
little wagon.
It was a bucket, bro.
I don't like how they shot this car up, right?
Yeah.
Into the movie, they just riding this thing to the police
Bro,
station. I'm like,
worked,
that's not it. That's
everything
just not
worked.
it. Yeah. So this
You
movie,
know,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
This movie, I feel like it tried to do something, and the payoff was pretty good. I
Yeah,
think the last act, outside of like you figuring out like who the actual like dirty cop is,
yeah.
outside of that, I feel like
Spin was good.
it felt pretty flat though. Like
Yeah,
the third act of this movie fell flat to me. The first two parts of this movie, act one and act two, it started really slow. It had to give you some of the backstory. So like, after like the first
they
two,
tried
3 minutes, yeah, after the first 2 or 3 minutes to get you hooked in, it dragged. And then it ramped up once they kind of started counting the money in the house, and then they had the shootout scenes. But the reveal, outside of the reveal, it kind of fell flat. So
yeah.
I feel like it wanted to do something and it just couldn't.
You had so let me talk about this particular scene. The scene where you've got the officer, the guy that played he was Glenn, we called him Glenn from
Yeah, Stephen Young.
yeah, from A Walking Dead, right?
Yep, Detective Mike.
His name is Mike Rowe, right? He's out front, standing in front of the cars that are shot up, guarding the street by himself. Now, mind you, he's not supposed to have a phone, nor does he have a walkie-talkie. So what is he going to do if something were to happen? Now, You've got those two officers that pulled up in that one car. We can tell they were dirty based on how they were acting, right? They pull off, and you know there's two of them. Like, why is he out there by himself? Why is he not behind the car? Like, it just, there was a lot of stuff you're like, I don't know if this really would like line up, right? I don't know. I mean, it was definitely some frustrating parts, quite a few frustrating parts, counting the money and like all that. Like, I don't know that life, and I don't know how they do that in that department, right? But counting the money in the garage, that's in
You
front of
have
the
to count the
house,
money on scene. You can't leave.
in the garage, in the front of the house, where the garage door is aluminum. Let's turn this car around and push it against the door.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I don't know many garage. Well, you know what, dude? If you turn the car sideways in the 2-car garage, okay? So I'm assuming it's a 2-car garage, right? They just got that car out of there, but put the buckets in it and got out of there and went to the station. I was looking for somebody to take something, just a little bit.
Yeah, that's the dilemma there. Like this, they was on to the dollar of what was there.
Hey,
Nobody took Nathan.
bro, I was waiting for that Tyrese scene and say, my pocket ain't
Lift
empty.
his shirt up. Lift the shirt up.
I was waiting for it. That was a lot of money just to, and I'm not saying
I
I'd
guess
be a
that
dirty
was-
cop,
I guess that honestly, you just said you would, but honestly,
but
that is
that's a lot of
spoiled.
money.
That's a spoiled of movie though. Like they went through all that to get a dirty cop. To come to find out they all were dirty cops, it was like, what was the point of this? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's just, it was it $200 million? That's what it was?
I think it was like 20
Man,
something.
it was some ridiculous number. It was like 269 million, something. Come on, bro. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Now, let me get my last gripe about this movie, and then we can go into what we thought about it all the way, okay? Those tattoos on his hand. Who cares? Who cares? Was it like, we are the good guys, or am I the good guys, or no one cares, bro.
Are we the good guys? And
Yes, we are, something like that.
we are and always will be.
We always and will be. There you go.
Yeah.
What? Who cares?
Really? Bro, that was the last thing his dying son said to him.
Come on, dog. Like,
that's the last. He see, like it was perfectly on his hand, so if he driving the steering wheel on a way to something crazy, that's what he remembers.
All right, he busting his guns. He can.
Yeah, bro. We're the good guys as I shoot you. We're the good guys. Come on, man. You know that.
All right, man. So with that said, and again, like he said, there's a plot twist at the end of this movie. And the plot twist was good. It was actually really pretty clever. It was pretty clever. I think it was clever. I'm not gonna say it was good. It was clever. It had me kind of like, for a second, I was like, you know what? Okay, he knows what's going on. And then it kind of spun around, and okay, whoa, both these. So it kind of threw me off a little bit, but then I got back. Oh, I never understood in these car chases, when they shoot at the car, why don't they just shoot the tires out?
Yeah,
I never understood that.
I don't like how this dude, they was in two different alleyways between like a wired fence, trees, grass, like all this distance between them. It sounded like every shot he let off at this moving car, and that's not close to him, going like 70. He hit every shot.
Every shot, bro.
Be that as may, it's an armored car, so you just hear the bullets repelling. He hit every shot. I'm like,
every shot,
come
bro.
on now.
Come on, bro. He's Matt Damon, bro.
Yeah, true. He's the Daredevil.
And then also too, that chase scene where Matt Damon chased Mike into the forest. I don't care who you are.
Oh, that was Matt Damon.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. Ain't nobody running like that with no phone books. Okay, I don't care who you are. Okay, no one's running like that with phone books.
They ain't shake,
no,
bro. You don't know that. You know.
But again, I know we talking about all kinds of different stuff that y'all don't understand if you ain't seen the movie. But please watch the movie. Please watch the movie so we can have this conversation. Because as I sit here and I talk about this movie, I slowly start to break it down and realize that.
Yeah. All right. So that's the point. Give me your rating. What do you rate this movie?
All right, man. So let me get my drum roll. Oh man. All right. So we're talking about The Rip with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. And the way I rate this is going to be stale popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, stale popcorn. Yeah. Like I had to sit there and think about it for a second. I was going to give it more, but stale popcorn is where I'm sitting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, yeah. I was
I get it.
expecting more from them. Not gonna lie, I was
100%.
expecting more from them. I mean, especially from that intro scene. Woo!
Mhm.
I had to put my seatbelt. I was like, oh, let me put this on, dog. 3 point. I was
At,
ready to
at
go.
home, you had to put your seatbelt on at home.
Hell yeah, but I was
I get
ready.
it.
I even pulled it to make sure it was tight.
Got you. Got you.
Okay. So, what's your thoughts? Talk to me.
All right. The
I'll
Rip.
give you a drum roll. Let me give you a drum roll.
You
Hold
don't
on.
need- You gotta
I
give me a
want to.
drum roll.
I want to, baby.
Do you
I think
do
you
your roll?
deserve the drum roll.
Give me the drum roll. Then. All right, The Rip on Netflix. I am giving this burnt popcorn. My expectations was here, and this movie was down there. It did not deliver. The great cast. We got Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. So I was expecting
Tiana
a
Taylor.
really, really good. Yeah, Tiana Taylor. I was expecting a great movie. Some of the action was amazing. Like you said, the intro to this movie, it kind of set it off right. Like, but then it dragged after that. The twist at the end of this movie, it wasn't that big of a payoff, in my opinion, to
Wasn't
redeem
worth
this
it.
movie. It wasn't worth it. That payoff, it was cool, but it just wasn't redeeming enough to
It
get this
wasn't.
movie a better rating. So I
Yeah.
know they did a really cool thing with not the budget, but like the contract on this movie. The better this movie does, the more people get paid that
Yeah.
did this movie, that helped with this movie to make this movie. So I hope it does well for that regard, because I think anybody that was the camera crew, the sound guy, the lighting guy, everybody deserves a little piece of the pie. So I
Yeah.
hope it
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
well box office wise. I know this on Netflix, but still box office wise. But the movie didn't deliver what I expected it to deliver.
Not for this weight, bro. Like all the
Yeah.
hype they built up. I think the movie's gonna do great. And the reason why I think it's gonna do great is because it's on Netflix and people love Netflix. And then also too, you got, two main characters are well known and well liked. So I think it's gonna do well. Again, y'all, if y'all have seen it, talk to us. Let us know. Okay. But I talked to some people about it, and some people love it. Some people thought it was really, really good. We want to know what y'all think. Talk to us in the comments. Let us know. Give us y'all rating. If we tripping, we tripping. If we not, we not. We want to know. So please do.
All right. So you heard from FENiX. Put the comments down below. Don't forget to
Yes.
like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. This is Fresh Popcorn Podcast.
Hey man. And we out of here.
We out. Peace.
Peace.